Hello everyone, TJ here. Welcome back to another video. Today we have some very happy news. Not CG news, but personal news. So if you're ready, let's take a closer look. So everyone, this is chapter 2 and I finally got my mythical currency from chapter 2. Finally. And I have a lot of stuff to show you guys. So, well, first off, let's take a look at the attempts. I have positive news. As you can see, Haradrim back at difficulty 5 with a kill phase, with a second topple and a second kill. And I don't have everything to show you guys, but I did record the kill just to show that this isn't any manipulated or so, etc. Also, Thorn's company with Eomer got 1.5, they went up from 1.2, and honestly, yeah, not that much. Also, I saved this Haradrim for the end so I can actually show you guys the glyphs that I ran for this setup. And if we talk about attempts, 20 attempts maybe. I don't know. But anyways, I want to show you first ideal setup. This is ideal setup for when you get out of the kill phase. And if you look at the health bar, this is difficulty 5, so it's not impossible if you're thinking, oh no, how am I going to do this? And remember, my Tebeb heal is 4-star, but Tebeb is a 7-star, so there's something there. She heals for around 7.1, I believe. But anyways, this is the ideal setup. When he gets out of, when you get the kill, you want to open up with this Tebeb, um, not Tebeb, Bakalu ready to get going. And this is where basically your runs is ready for a restart. If you don't land, ideally you land 2 Black Serpent Poison and all 3 poison stacks. This is ideally what you land, and you can keep going, but there's a big chance it doesn't happen. Um, so due to counter and everything, this will make you end up with 5 poison stacks. Also here, if I had Yevtu's special 2 at level 6, so he removed 2 boons, it would also be a little bit better, but overall this is basically what it looks like. So then I have the little clip to show you guys. So what happened is when he was around here, the cave troll around here, a little bit over, I used Wubite's special 2. I got the slow on. Uh, Here he had used his, around here he had just used his rock throw, so I had Bekalu and Wubite without their unbreakable. So that is what happened. I used my heal. This was the ideal spawn. Or you could have said 2 fire starters would actually have been ideal spawn. Drummers as well. So what I did was I used my Tebeb heal. I didn't really focus on anything. I just focused everything here because first they killed. I got the heal off before anything, so it took both of them 1 turn before they killed Wubite and Bekalu. So I just kept going in, and as you can see, this was 10 minutes ago, and there we go. We got the kill, and then it was just basically all about dying. So let's go in and take an actual look at what we ran with glyphs. Also, again, I do want to say this just so I don't forget. There we go. Let's take this. Everyone, this game is not dead, and HeMe hasn't been fired. I don't have any contacts, but I have been snooping around on the internet a little bit. HeMe's not fired. HeMe still works for EA, so don't worry. Game is alive and well. I've talked to some people as well. The game is alive. It's okay. Don't worry. And as I hear many people say, they actually managed to finish off some squads because they didn't get they didn't fall into the new character push, but I still hope for news this week. Ideally for me, I would have the news tomorrow, but I think due to February 1st, that might be ideally, or that might not be ideally, but it might be when they actually release it. Not to say that there won't be news this week, but honestly, I would say if we consider where we are now a very long stretch, then next week is probably where the rubber breaks for many people. Say, like, come on, you have to say something. Especially also with people who can't log into the game. I honestly say that is they should be compensated a lot, at least hundreds of gems per day. So, anyways, let's start off from the weakest. So, what we ran here, let's go in and see. We'll just go through the glyphs one at a time. CC, focus, and damage is basically what I go for with this. Here we got some critical damage. Bubate speed, not bad. Again, I'm mainly using leftovers. I do Last Stand and Armor Piercer. Now, the reason why Armor Piercer over something like a Bloodlust is because Armor Piercer pierces armor, so that's pretty logic. Wubite is probably the one that I leave for the end, but I do two focus glyphs down here just, and then I do a health with block chance, Armor Piercer, so yeah. Wubite comes up to around here, and his focus is here, and with the 15%, that is just below. Oh, what is this? This is actually. Okay, this is not hard. This is 2.9. 2.9 plus 15%, that is 145. That's 435, 2.9, 3335, so 3,335 focus, and that is basically where you normally land when you are in phase 1. Phase 2 is probably, I would say 3.8 is my gut feeling where you should be. So yeah, that's what I did there. EF2, let's go into him. EF2, I do a damage, but I also do a focus because I want to land exposed armor and I want to land weaken. Ideally, I would have an amazing one here, but I felt I still needed some damage because I didn't have anything to put on here. Oh, by the way, FYI, last stand, no, last stand here, armor piercer, armor piercer. So yeah, just like that. Oh, you know what? While we do the lifts, let me just be moved over there. Sorry for that. So, yeah, just to go quite back quickly, though you guys can't see it here, but last stand here, armor piercer these two. So, Bekaloo. Bekaloo and Rebel is where I focus all my glyphs. So if we do this, this is where you can see the stats. So with a deadly, we go up to almost 70% crit chance, and this is why you really want it. Like you want as much crit chance as possible. It's just crit, crit, crit. So here, 5% crit, almost 7%, 8%. I don't have a focused glyph down here with crit chance, otherwise I would do that. Last stand, crit damage, crit chance. Yeah. Huh. Okay, that's bugged. Okay, that's interesting. Um, shouldn't this be 3K, or did they change something with lifts down here? Okay, this is really, really interesting. Huh. How about that? Well, CG, I guess there's something to fix when you come back to the game. Wow. Crit chance, crit damage, that kind of threw me off there. I hope it's just a visual bug because I remember asking him in December about their concentration was at 25% in game, but it was supposed to be 50, so and that was just a visual bug. She checked that for me. So yeah, I would assume it's just a visual bug. But with CG, honestly, you never know. Another reason why CG, please come back to the game. So we know you're alive, we know you are there. Just come back, face the music, get it over with. It's kind of like when you have knocked over something in the house and you know you're gonna get scolded by your parents, especially your mom. Just face the music, get it done. It stings for a day on your conscious. The next day it gets better. So here to Beb, I do heal, heal, heal. Um, Basically, I just use glyphs here. I like to prioritize armor, health, focus, a little bit crit damage, but other than that, doesn't really matter to me that much. And then we have Robel at the end. So I do all my crit chance on Bekaloo, and then I of course also try to do crit chance as much as possible here. And here I try to go a lot of crit chance. I actually went Bloodlust here because I had focus glyphs for it. Why? Sorry for that. Um, Also 9 p.m. here, but yeah. And then I just did this because I had to fill it out with something. So this is what I did that got me to what I wanted to do. And again, I think 20 attempts, honestly. And just to go back, this is really the ideal setup that you want. You want Bekaloo to be the one who goes first, or at least that's my personal experience. You want Bekaloo to be the one who goes first after a topple, because with Deadly on, you can land the poison. That means you get rid of the momentum stacks, you get a Black Serpent poison, you remove one of these counter stacks as well by Black Serpent poison into a poison stack, and ideally after this you are looking at 5 poison stacks, I believe. So that's pretty nice, and that's honestly how you control the turn meter on difficulty 4 and 5. Open up with Bekaloo. Difficulty 4 with a build out squad like this is a little bit easier, but this is ideal how you open up, especially if you are someone who think you can push div 4 1.5, then this is what you want to go with, especially at the second topple. Because if you're very, very lucky, then it would proc a last stand. Once my team was a little bit more leveled, higher damage, then everything goes faster. Then ideally after a second topple, you would still, second topple, second kill, you would still have last stand. You would open up like this, do the attack, the troll counters you, it procs last stand, you have hopefully fortitude and concentration on. So maybe if you're lucky, you can resist the daze, or just goes crit chance if you're really lucky. Um, like really lucky because you are less unlucky. So I guess that's what I mean. But really lucky is that you resist it, and that is honestly maybe a resistance glyph down at the bottom for the glyphs instead of a heal. So you had higher chance for that. And then you get your second turn, and then you get poisoned back onto the troll, and then ideally you could look at, if everything worked your way, you would probably look at a 7 stack cave troll, and I feel the more banes you get onto the cave troll, the easier it is to land the slows and everything else. Like, it almost feels the more banes you have on him, the easier it is to get more banes on. I don't know why. It just feels that way. But anyways, I got my mythical currency. I have something to be happy about in chapter 2. I did my test yesterday in chapter 1. I couldn't get the squads to work because they swap in characters weren't built enough, so no footage, but I did try to test it. It was really interesting, and I think with some build up stuff there in the future that can work. But for now, I'm just focusing on other stuff at the moment, also because I have a 6-star Gandalf almost ready, and well, I have to build my fellowship soon so I can actually use Gandalf. So that's pretty interesting. But yeah, I'll test out my squads tomorrow. I'll do everything I can to get that second chapter mythical currency from chapter 3. And if I do get that, that means, everyone, I have reached my goal for Q1. Q1 was mythical currency from 2 chapters. That was my big goal. And then my secondary goal was the 20 million, which I'm also gonna be getting closer to now because I did increase my score by like 600k. So if I have the time for it, this might be the chapter, the raid where I get to a 20 million score. So January could be where I finish it, or February 1st, honestly. So yeah, really excited by that. I will put out video tomorrow, the day after that, where you will either see someone who's really sad or someone who is still a believer. So yeah, let me know in the comments down below, how do you think I'm gonna do in the last 2 chapters, and would you like to see anything special? If I do get to 20 million, should I celebrate in any special way wearing something on the stream? So, and consider leaving a subscribe. It would really help me a lot, and it means a lot to me. And take care, everyone.